Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? My name is Denanu and I'm the man with black privilege. And with this video here, we're going to be talking about Rambo. And they just had a trailer drop, I want to say a week ago. And it looks damn good. Being a fan of Rambo, I've watched all of the Rambo movies back in the day and the newer sequels. And with this one here, it looks like it has a Western kind of vibe to it, where it's like he's trying to be alone by himself and somebody's probably gonna come fuck with him and then he's, gonna go Rambo on him. It kind of has a lot of Western movies kind of have that same kind of intro where you have one guy living with his family and something happens, like family gets killed or they somehow inadvertently spurn the guy who leads the town, and then then they kill somebody or try to kill him, and then they come back and kill the guy who owns the town. So a lot of seeing a lot of Western themes and stuff like that, but it looks damn good. I mean, I like where they ended the last movie with him being in the jungle and doing all the stuff there, where I think he had to rescue somebody, and like the younger mercenaries went in and got messed up, and he had to kind of go in and help them save, I think, somebody in the forest and everything like that. And I think that was a good place to kind of end it, because what else could you do? I mean, that was pretty much a way of rebooting the ideas of the first game a little bit. Not the first game, the first movie. Well, wait, hold on. No, wait, I'm thinking about the second, because I think the first Rambo movie was, I think that was called what? That wasn't even called Rambo, that was called First Blood, I think. And that was about him being a Vietnam vet and stuff back in the States. But this is, the second reboot was, well, not really reboot, rehash. The last Rambo movie was pretty much about the second one, where he, is in the forest stalking people, killing people, that kind of sort of thing. And given the fact that they did that kind of reintroduced Rambo to modern movie audiences. So it's like, okay, you made that, it's like, okay, where would you go? Sylvester Stallone is old, so he can't make like 5 or 6 movies going forward, so you have to kind of they can't reboot the franchise in any kind of way, so you have to take the story somewhere that you have to take the story to a logical conclusion. And with this one here, it kind of sort of fits, like that Western vibe, like Logan had it when that came out, where it's just like, hey, look, you're this old guy, you're just trying to live out the rest of your days before you die, and some young fucker just won't leave you the hell alone, and you have to go get off my lawn, and you have to go deal with that problem. But it looks damn good. I'm not seeing nothing that I don't like. The only thing that I'm hoping is, I know in the last movie they had a lot of digital CG blood shots and stuff like that. I'm hoping they get rid of that and go for more practical effects, because unless you got that Disney and Marvel money, practical effects look better, So I'm hoping we don't get a lot of that digital modern movie BS when it comes to making movies with this one, but it looks damn good. I'm just hoping that the reason for him killing these people that's coming to assault him is a good reason, because the trailer, from what it looks like, he just gets his ass whooped and then he's like, I want revenge. So like, really, you just got jumped. I mean, it is what it is. It'd be different if like Rambo had like a daughter or a son or something that got killed by whoever jumped him, right? And he went there for revenge and got jumped and, whatever. But that's not the case. I mean, well, maybe that is the case, but it just doesn't seem likely. Rambo never really did have a family and stuff. I think his closest friend was probably the Colonel from the older movies. So why would the people come and fuck with him? Like, you have to have a really good reason for that. I'm assuming, like I said, it's probably like the Western kind of mentality, where maybe, let's say he's on this plot of land or something and they want the land and he's refusing to sell it to them or something like that, or maybe because they got to be coming after him for something, and it has to be a good enough reason to be like, look, let's just kill this old guy and just steal his shit. So it has to be something, either the land or Maybe they hidden drugs on his land or something and trying to get him back, and he don't know it and finds it and gets rid of it, and then they try to, you know, kill him or something because he got rid of their drugs. Like, it has to be something, because I think he's fighting the cartel in this. So if he's fighting the cartel, I thought it was going to be in the Midwest, but if he's fighting the cartel, then I'm guessing, is he living in like Mexico or Arizona, something like that? Because usually when you're dealing with the cartel like that and they come in force, usually that's like Mexico, South America, Rio, that kind of sort of thing, right? Because you did get a couple shots of I think of like favelas and stuff like that. So that just screams South America to me. But then you got like the fields and the desert and the haystacks and stuff, like it's like from the Midwest. So I don't know. Is the guy that Rambo's fighting, is he down in South America or like Mexico? You know, Rambo takes a plane trip down there to get his ass whooped. Who knows? We all just gotta wait and see when the movie comes out. But I'm hoping it's good. If they can keep it with that serious tone that the newer movie had, or the last movie had rather, I think this could be a damn good movie, because that was a damn good movie for what it was. It's not, gonna make you think about like, changing life events and social commentaries and nothing like that. It's just gonna be it is gonna be what it is. Most of the time Rambo movies are like a revenge story. So this kind of looks like it's playing into that, along with his probably conclusion. Like maybe he'll die at the end of this one, or maybe they'll end it in a way where he feels like he can, well, I can't say feels like he's gonna retire, because it seems like the beginning of this movie, but Rambo's always been a character who's kind of, you see in a lot of military type characters and stuff like that in movies and entertainment, where they retire, but then it's like something about their character, they missed either killing people or they missed the fight, the adrenaline rush of combat and stuff. They get out of combat and don't know what to do with themselves, and then they, the first opportunity that they get, they go back to it. That's where the last movie picked up at, where he retired, but then he came back and was just in the most comfortable environment at the time, which was Southeast Asia, and he was just doing what he was doing until something happened and he had to step up, because the younger guys, they were they weren't amateurs, but they just didn't have the experience that he did. So he knew what was going to happen before it happened, essentially, where they were just kind of going in super cocky and strong-willed, and just thinking that they could just run over everybody, and then that's not the case. So with this one here, I'm really interested to see how they're going to end it. Like I said before, they may kill him. They may have him try to beat the guy and kill whoever he wants to kill, like whoever he has the knife on in the trailer, and then just have him like sit down in a rocking chair or something and then just like pass out and die. Makes a whole lot of sense. That's how a lot of westerns kind of end like that. Same thing, like I said before, with Logan. Same difference, although he got stabbed by a fucking tree. Same kind of difference. You beat the bad guy, then you have your 5 or 10 minutes of just, going out. And usually that ends for like a really good movie, if if the content leading up to that warrants that kind of end. If, let's say, you have that end, but let's say he got shot by a BB gun, it's kind of like, come on, man, why are you dying? Even if, let's say, like he has, like if he got gut shot one time, and that was like the only thing that happened in the movie, and he just kind of passed out and died at the end, it's kind of like, that kind of end has to feel deserved, not just like, oh, Rambo died, like, don't you want to feel sad? Like, no, you have to, like, Rambo has to go out killing everybody that's trying to kill him, but he dies at the end from his wounds or something like that. You have to, like I said, justify that. A lot of movies, they don't kind of tend to do that, nowadays, because nowadays when you have movies come out, they don't think about writing first. Usually the writing's the last thing they think about. They just kind of bang out a script and they just kind of make the movie thinking it's going to make money, when it really doesn't. Writing kind of sets the tone for everything else that comes before. Writing, directing, everything like that. Because if you have good writing, that can lead into what a good director can do with that, what the actors can do with that, and then usually they make a really good product. if the movie studios don't fuck up with the production of the movie. Like if they're on a time scale on making them rush it, like if they give it the time it needs to be made and everybody's doing their A game, usually it makes for a really good movie. Whether that movie will make money or not, that's a whole nother story, you know, because nobody knows that until a movie comes out, unless it's like a Disney or a Marvel movie, where it's like you have that pedigree of content that people will be like, okay, I know what this is going to be about because I've seen the other ones. I know what I'm going to get. And usually Marvel makes entertaining movies, whether they're not the most serious movies, but they make entertaining movies for families and audiences and stuff like that. So usually that's why they make a whole lot of money. It's like Disney when they put out a kids movie. Like when they put out Aladdin, you know, recently. It's the same reason why they do that. People know what to expect. They're going because it's Aladdin. They're going because of the Disney brand as a whole. So they know that, okay, if we put out Aladdin, we're gonna make money. The question is how much, you know. With Rambo, it's only gonna appeal to a set audience. People like myself, adults, you know, grown men, maybe young adults, teens, that kind of sort of thing. Usually it's the male demographic. Nobody, you know, ladies aren't gonna go see Rambo because, you know, they want to see Sylvester Stallone, you know, for looking good because he's old. And two, it doesn't appeal to typically anything that the ladies would normally like, unless they're, you know, into action movies and stuff like that. So it's kind of tailoring itself to, you know, to be what it is. It's going to be an action movie or a revenge flick action movie. And I'm pretty sure they're going to make decent money from it. I mean, I think the last one made decent money. I don't think it's going to be like Marvel where it hits over $1 billion or nothing like that. I mean, Rambo's Rambo. You know, it is what it is. You know what you're going to get. You know, nothing we haven't seen before, but I'm just hoping they can tell it in a really cool way and give the character the justice that he deserves and end him in a really good way if they choose to do that. Because I don't see how they can continue it. Because like I said, Sylvester Stallone is old, so it's like, I mean, what are you gonna have him do another movie with another conflict, you know? Normally in franchises, they have like the character have a son or something, kind of like what they're doing with the new Shaft, where it's like you have 3 generations of Shaft, like you have Richard Roundtree, Samuel Jackson, and then it's like, oh no, you have a son. And now the franchise is about the son and the father, you know, or explaining wisdom and, you know, to the son, and then the son is going to take over and be the Shaft for the future movies. Rambo, I mean, he ain't having no kids at his age, so you know, so I don't see how it's going to go down like that. So I mean, they're probably going to end it with this one, and maybe they may come back, you know, 10 years from now they may come back with a new actor and then revive the Rambo franchise and be like, look, Rambo had this son you didn't know about, you know, because I'm pretty sure Rambo didn't live his whole life without, you know, getting some kind of booty. I mean, he had the Asian chick in Rambo 1, but it could be one of those things where they introduce something later and then just have, this is the new Rambo, like I've never knew my dad, and you have, let's say, like the colonel that Rambo was cool with meet his son and be like, oh, your dad was one mean ass motherfucker, let me tell you. And then, you know, have him be a part of the military or something, and have him, let's say, be like Solid Snake or something, where is a Black Ops military guy and just didn't know who his dad was. Maybe knew his name, but that was it. You know, and then that kind of feeds into, and then it's like, okay, now you're the new Rambo, you know, and then, you know, take that going forward and make future movies. That would be the best way to handle the character. That way you're not dragging out, let's say, Sylvester Stallone's Rambo, you know, for movie and movie, you know, end on end, but at the same time you can reboot the franchise, reboot with a different character, and keep that gravy train or that money going for fans who like all of the other movies, like fans like myself. So anyways, guys, that's just some of my thoughts on I guess Rambo as a franchise and the new movie trailer here. So if you guys want to see me make any kind of follow-up videos or any kind of videos about the future trailers that come out, because usually most movies have like 2 or 3 trailers, just let me know down in the comments below. My name is Dananu, and I'm the man with the biggest and the most blackest privilege on YouTube, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.